Big Hero's house, back at it once again. I got a bit of a controversial topic this evening. Um, it's going to ruffle some feathers in the religious community. I myself grew up in a semi-religious family and household. My grandmother is a I don't want to say she's not a devout Christian, but she believes in Jesus Christ. She believes in God. She does go to church, um, and many times when I was young, in order to stay at my grandparents' house overnight or for the weekend, I had to agree to go to church with my grandmother. That was the only way to stay. You know, she would tell you, like, I'm going to church on Sunday, and you're gonna have to go. I'm like, all right, cool. I want to stay with my grandparents, so I went to church a lot as a kid with my grandmother. So my views and opinions are not coming from someone that is not familiar with religion. In this case, Christianity, and I am not an atheist. I got Christian tattoos. I got a cross. I got a scripture, John 3:16. So I was religious. I was religious. Not so much now. I'm more into spirituality and energy now. As I've gotten older and um, done a lot of research on my own accord on what I think is the right thing. To each his own, man. If you need religion to help guide you, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not one of these people that's going to tell you that you're wrong for being Christian or Muslim or you know even an atheist. Your beliefs is your beliefs. The biggest thing to me, are you a good human being? Are you a good person? Um, that's, I think, the most important thing. Don't harm anybody. Don't do anything that is harmful to children, elderly folks, women. Don't do anything to harm anybody. You know what I'm saying? Keep your hands to yourself. Keep your opinion to yourself if it's going to be um, heinous or trying to tear down somebody else's belief, especially if it's not um, the type of belief that is um, hate based. You know what I'm saying? There's really no reason for that, man. There's so many religions, man. It really is so many beliefs. Um, Hinduism, Buddhism, like I said, Christianity, Islam. It's a ton. It's way more than I just named. You know what I'm saying? It's people praying to different deities and gods, and we don't really know. And that's it. We don't really know. Nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of really really old history books that kind of give us somewhat of a guiding light to um, what our ancestors were thinking. When I say our ancestors, I'm saying our human ancestors, not black or white, just human, like people that lived that long ago and that were able to leave behind some artifacts that we can go by. The Holy Bible, the Quran, the Torah, books like this that have very important, significant information and historical value. Um, so, with that being said, I know this is going to rub some people the wrong way, especially in the Christian community. Hebrew Israelites. That's another. I don't know if they consider it a religion, but it seems to be. They got some strong beliefs too. But let me jump into it. And the question is, man, and I'm just asking a hypothetical question, because I like to evoke some thought. There's some shit I be thinking about. Are we descendants of fallen angels? Are we descendants of fallen angels? And what got me thinking about this was this. I'm into science. I enjoy science. If I could do my life over again, I probably would be a scientist. Um, there are three main elements of the human body: oxygen, hydrogen, and carbon. Carbon makes up roughly 18.5% of our mass, okay? Um, Carbon is made up of three things: six neutrons, six electrons, and six protons. 666. The dreaded number we've been trained to be terrified of, especially if you've grown up in a religious household. Um, that's the makeup of carbon: six electrons, six neutrons, six protons. Carbon is 18.5% of what makes us human. Carbon is what helps life be sustainable on Earth. Carbon is very important. Okay, in the King James version of the Bible, it said, and this is the book of Revelation, which I read many times: "Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and this number is 666." He said this is the number of man. And if you think about it, think about the world we live in. If that number represents evil, it makes sense that we are made up of such an evil force. Because look what we do to each other and to other people. You know what I'm saying? Look what we do. We do the most heinous shit to each other. The most heinous shit. A 14-year-old girl just got killed here last night as she sat in her apartment getting her hair done. I believe it was for her graduation. 14 years old, gunned down. I don't know if it was a stray bullet or was they just shooting into the house, or 14 years old. That's just one of the many, many, many crazy, heinous things that goes on, not only in our society, our community, in the world. In the world. Google craziest homicides for 2022. It's gonna be some crazy shit that pop up. I guarantee it. I guarantee it, man. So I say all this to say we do evil shit to each other and to ourselves. We do a lot of evil shit. For real. So it makes sense that we would be descendants of a so-called fallen angel. You know what I'm saying? A fallen angel was, I guess, an angel that was very disobedient and that was kicked out of heaven and sent here. Which is getting to my next point. Are we living in hell? Are we living in hell? It seems like hell for a lot of people. For real. If you ever been incarcerated, I have. That's like hell on earth. For real. And think about some of these impoverished countries where they don't have the basic necessities that you would think would be just basics for living: clean water, shelter, food, clothing. There's many, many countries on this earth, a lot of them in Africa, that are living like this. For real. Very impoverished, very poor. I think about the Sudan and damn, what's the country that's known for pirates? Damn, it escapes me right now. I'm gonna find it though, cause I don't like to leave y'all hanging. Somalia, Somalia, Somalian people are living very impoverished. Now, there's of course pockets of people doing well in probably every corner of the earth. You know what I'm saying? But some of these places are very, very, very impoverished, where it's like the typical motherfucker from here could not survive there because our poor is not their poor. This is a status going around on Facebook right now. My poor is still eating steak and my bills paid. Our poor is different. Their poor is we don't have no water. We haven't eaten in days. We have to walk miles and miles and miles just to see a motherfucking store. You know what I'm saying? Very tattered clothes and shoes, and very little school education. That's a different type of poor. You know what I'm saying? So that could be equal or equated to, for some people, hell on earth. I'm saying all this because I think it's worth a conversation. I really do. The Nephilim, who, and I think they were called the fallen angels in the book of Genesis. Okay, they was mentioned 2 times in the Bible, actually, in Genesis and in Numbers. Yeah, the Nephilim, or giants, they're considered giants, are the Nephilim. Translated means the fallen ones. Okay, in the encyclopedia, the World Encyclopedia, Nephilim are supernatural beings, specifically the offspring of human women and sons of God. That's what this says. Sons of God. So, we got sons of God mixing with humans who are probably have some sort of evil in them, because we can't deny it. We have a lot of evil in us. Now, typically the typical person is just not evil. The typical person is just not evil. We all have mean streaks and think about some evil shit from time to time. I know I do. You know what I'm saying? But I go out my way to take spiders and put them outside when I catch them in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because my lady is terrified of them. So if I catch one, or really any type of bug, even if it's like a beetle or a butterfly, I mean not a butterfly, or ladybugs get in your house sometime, I carefully try to pick them up and take them outside, because I just feel like all living things have some value. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's very little value or a lot of value, it's some value. Except roaches. I don't know what the fuck they on this earth for. And mosquitoes. Roaches and mosquitoes can get the fuck on. That's why we living in hell. That's why those are two reasons why I can say that we live in hell. We got fucking roaches and mosquitoes. What the fuck is they here for? For real. But back to what I was saying. The Nephilim, fallen angels, sons of God, procreated with human women. There we have it. We have remnants of giant people walking the earth till this day. Just watch an NBA game. This dude 6'11", 7 feet. I actually work with a guy that's 7 feet. we got remnants of these people all over the planet. There's tribes in Africa where the whole tribe is 6'10", 6'11", 7 feet. You know what I'm saying? They've not been tampered with so much that they still are close enough to the essence where they're not, you know, their DNA has not been compromised. You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched. You know, if we stop reading these ancient artifacts like Bibles and Quran and things of this nature, like some holy, just untouchable word that just fell from the sky into our laps, and read it as this is a history book telling us what was, what is, and maybe what's to come, because usually this thing we call life repeats itself. You know what I'm saying? Right now it seems like it's on a spin cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I do think the Bible and the Quran and anything, any historical books of that nature are very important to the human race, because it does gives us some type of guide stone to not only what we can expect, but a lot of people use it to be their moral compass. You know what I'm saying? But shame on you if you are judging people because they're not following your beliefs or your religion. Shame on you. For real. Because you ain't got all the answers, Sway. You ain't got all the answers. Be righteous to other people. Love thy neighbor. I love that. Love thy neighbor. Now, that don't mean be stupid or be naive to thy neighbor. You know what I'm saying? If thy neighbor is violating or getting out of pocket, you check thy neighbor. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you take that shit as far as you need to accordingly. Because I love what Malcolm X said. If you put your hand on me, I'm going to put you in the graveyard. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't playing. And that's what he was, you know, that was the message he was giving out. Like, you don't have to just be nobody's footstool. You know what I'm saying? Stand up for yourself, but be a good person at the same time. It's not that difficult. You know what I'm saying? That's not hard to balance. Most of us are naturally good people. It is the environment and the circumstances that make us, you know what I'm saying, act in a more aggressive, deviant, hostile way. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's a lack of resource in poor communities. You know what I'm saying? So these are things just to think about. I like to have thought-provoking conversations because I don't have all the answers. I don't. I never will. None of us never will. You won't live long enough to have all the answers. But it's fun to talk about stuff like this. It really is. Because what we come up with, if we can come up with something tangible and substantial, our kids will be able to take this and say, you know what, I can take this a little further. You know what I'm saying? Seeking knowledge will keep you alive. Mark my word. Seeking knowledge will keep you alive. It gives your spirit and your mind a reason to get up in the morning, a reason to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Your reason to keep going can't just be stuff, material stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to have a deeper purpose to want to keep going. You know, want to keep living. You know what I'm saying? Living is beautiful, man. It really is. It's a blessing. Like I said, I'm not a religious person anymore. I was when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? I'm more spiritual and into energy now, and I really believe in that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because of experiences I've had in my life. You know what I'm saying? It's real. You know, we can all feel when somebody's acting different, or you know, the vibe ain't right. This from my you know, my brothers and sisters that been outside. You know what I'm saying? But when I say been outside, like actually been out in these streets, you know, making some moves, hustling, you know what I'm saying, doing, you know, this, that, and the third. You done been in some places where the hair on the back of your neck just stood up and you felt that energy, you felt that vibe, like, this shit ain't right. This shit ain't right. You know what I'm saying? And that shit, you having that feeling and moving on it may have saved your life. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you know it's real. That's how you know it's real. I would love to have this conversation again with some other people. So if you do watch this video, please leave a comment, share it, comment it, shit, inbox me if you want to. Let's take it further. Let's talk a little bit more about it. How do y'all feel about it? How do y'all feel about it? What do you have to add to this conversation? Especially my religious people. They're going to come in here and try to dismantle most of what I said, because they're going to go in the Bible or the Quran or whatever it is that they're the religious book, and they're going to try to, you know, piece apart what I said and make it seem like I'm the goddamn devil or something. You know what I'm saying? Which is okay, because I think, and that's another conversation we gonna have. Me and Ro was talking about this. We gonna get back to that, because I want Ro here for that. This shit is very controversial, but we gonna get to that. But I appreciate everybody that tunes in, that shares my shit, likes my shit, man. Especially the people that comment, man. I really love y'all, because that let me know you really watching the videos and you really getting something from it, and you wanna, you know, you want to give your 2 cents. I love that, man. I really do. I want everybody that fuck with me to do that. Tell me I'm right. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Your shit's trash. Just give me something. You know what I'm saying? Give me something I can build on. You know what I'm saying? So, I appreciate everybody tapping in. As always, love your children. I love mine. And this is Big Harold's house. Peace out. Love.
Hey yo, 1 2 1 2. Finna change your plans on management.